refresh. Alright, everyone. Okay, so this is going to be my blind playthrough through Vivid Stasis. However, this is also the first game I've ever really streamed. So my mic quality and stuff was awful, and this is technically my third time playing through Chapter 1. I have played through Chapter 1 once blind with my friend Leo here, and
Hello.
it was not recorded whatsoever. So I decided to start this YouTube channel, and I did Chapter 1 again for a second time. However, since this was my first series I've ever done, the audio quality is really, really, really bad. After some talking, I have decided to leave the video up, and it will be the second video in this playlist. However, it is just rehashing Chapter 1 of this game with worse quality, so there isn't too much of a reason to watch it. So if you just want to skip to the next point in the story, skip to episode 3 in this playlist. And yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this game. Episode 3 of this playlist onwards, starting from Chapter 2 of this game, I will be completely blind. Leo knows what's going on. He's played this game before, and I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did, because I had a really fun time with this game. And I made a lot of crazy whack job theories and had a lot of fun with puzzles, and I'm just really hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. And one last thing, since this is the last stream I'm doing of Vivid Stasis chronologically, I wanted to put up front that my next series will probably be Misericorde with Leo. I will probably do some more series, but that will be by myself. I am also doing Final Fantasy Tactics, which I have not streamed in a while, but I'm doing that one by myself. But the next stream with Leo will be Misericorde, and it's another fun little murder mystery novel, visual novel taking place in an abbey with nuns and stuff. And the roles in this are reversed. I have played Chapter 1 of that game, and Leo is going in completely blind. So if you enjoy what you see here, check out that series. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I will start the Chapter 1 now, and I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. Thank you for joining us.
Alright, let's end this where it all began. So, yeah, basically, just this will be Stream 1, and then, or Stream 1 redo, I think it's called?
Yeah, remake, something like that.
Remake, and then you can skip the other Stream 1, and then go Stream 2, Stream 3, Stream 4, all the way up to Stream 10.
Yeah, and the playlist, this should be the top video, if I can reorganize it. It should be this video, then the original Stream 1, and then Stream 2 with Chapter 2. Stream 3, Video 3 is Stream 2 of Chapter 2, and from that point on, I'm completely blind. I think that's how it's going to be organized.
Yeah, it's not too much to worry. Just watch in order, but
skip the next video if you're not interested in seeing this again with worse audio.
Yeah. Alright. Welcome to the Duskbreaker setup process. Press enter to continue. This initialization process will ask you 9 questions. Please answer truthfully. Please enter your name. Is this name okay? If somebody you care about was struggling, yet promised they were okay, how would you respond?
I think I would back off and give them some space.
The only wrong answer is a lie. If somebody you care about dealt with a great misfortune, what would be your first action?
Let's see. Try to understand more or focus on their happiness. Focus on their happiness. My knowledge of the situation is not important. I just want to make sure they're okay.
If you were hurt by a friend on accident, how would you confront them about it afterward?
Try to talk it out. Try to forget and move on. Definitely try to talk it out. I'm a talker. I like to talk about emotions, so I'm going to try that one.
If you were hurt by a friend on purpose, how would you confront them about it afterward?
Try to talk it out. Stand up for yourself. I think I'm going to try to talk it out again.
If you and someone you care about both got hurt at the same time, whose happiness would you prioritize?
Definitely my loved ones. Definitely my loved ones.
If someone you do not know got hurt, would you care about their well-being?
I think I would still care. I might not know them, but I would still hurt it. I would still hurt. So I would. Yeah, I think I still would.
Yeah. If someone that has hurt you in the past got hurt themselves, did they deserve it?
They did not deserve it. They deserved it. I don't think they did. I don't think so.
If you witnessed someone you dislike getting ganged up on, would you join in?
I would stay out of it. I would join in. I definitely would not join in. But
Yeah.
If
Some
the
of these are more obvious than others.
Yeah, if the option was stand up to protect them, I think even in that case, I would still pick stay out of it because I would not join in, but I also wouldn't really stand up for them either. So I'm glad stay out of it is the second option because I wouldn't know what to pick if it wasn't.
Your answers have been recorded. Please remain stationary with the DB helmet attached. You will experience a moment of discomfort. Do not be alarmed. It will only last for 15 seconds. Time. Many months into our ordeal, that word stopped having meaning to me. How long has it been that my time was stopped in place? An intermission cannot breach frozen time. And yet, Interesting.
Yeah, it's JK again. Weird.
Strange. Can you hear me? If this message is reaching you, then you may be our last hope. Before we can get to that, you need to know what to do. Let me explain how this works. This is the game interface. If you press the displayed keys, it will activate the lanes. When a piece of note data passes the line at the bottom, hit the assigned key. Your mouse is doing the thing again. I think it's hidden for you, but not for the stream.
It's not hidden for me. I just I just never noticed it.
That's fair. Very good. Some note data is categorized differently. When the note data has a long trail, you need to hold it until it is fully passed. Try it out for yourself.
Is your stream delayed?
Yes.
Okay.
Very.
Good to know. I was wondering why you were reading it when it was off the screen.
There's only one more known categorization for note data. That's when it just showed up for me when I started reading. These are called bumpers and cover 2 lanes. If one approaches, press either of the lanes it covers. You don't need to press both. But you can. Learning to master these 3 types of note data will be your guiding light. If you perceive this signal, then I beg of you to lend us your power. The Tanegashima Precinct. Not by any means a bustling hub of officers and investigators coming in and out through the day, but a humble shack that services what the island needs from its police force. Due to its lack of vivid activity, the detectives and other officers often revel here in the peace when taking breaks. Today, however, is no such day. I walked up the road to the police center. Even from a short distance, I wouldn't really blame anyone for missing it completely.
Ah, the Tanegashima Precinct. It always catches me off guard when I remember how small it really is.
I walked up to the small porch to the door and knocked on it. A few seconds passed, but there didn't seem to be any response.
Hmm.
I knocked again. This yielded the same results. Frustratingly, it also did on the 3rd try. And the 4th.
For real? I find it really hard to believe there's nobody inside.
Stepping off the porch, I looked around.
Maybe I'll find someone by looking through the window?
I walked up to it and pressed my cheek up against the dirty glass.
Really?
Sure enough, I couldn't see anyone inside. Not even a clerk at the reception desk.
I mean, okay, think about it. It's a Monday. Maybe everybody partied too hard on the weekend and nobody showed? Or maybe they're all out looking for Suki. That's definitely it. I mean, that's definitely not it. But I'll have hope. God knows I need it in this kind of situation. I just pushed a key on my keyboard and 15 different windows popped open. I don't know what happened. I walked back up on the porch and looked at the door again. Why is Saturday narrating? That's not how that works. Well, the sign says they're still open, so I guess they expect me to just try the door?
It is her inner monologue.
Yeah, but it should have been blue then.
Oh, fair
I
point.
twisted the rusted handle on the door, and sure enough, it opened without any trouble at all.
Ah, fair enough. Well, not like there's much use standing around out here. In I go.
Chapter 1. Missing Link.
Just as I saw
See, they did the thing again.
Just as I saw through the window, there wasn't a soul to be found in the reception area. It really is a no-show here.
But the moment I said that, I noticed a detective down the hall. I waved to her, and she looked up from the paper she was scanning.
Oh, you! Hey. Excuse me. Is there anyone I can talk to follow up on a missing persons report? God, I hate acting like this.
Staying strong and formal is far from my strong suit, but I don't exactly think it's a super good idea to be on the bad side of the police. The detective, who isn't even in any kind of uniform, points to a cubicle in the back of the hall and walks off.
Oh, thank you.
I walked down the hall and peeked around the corner of the cubicle. Sitting now behind it is a woman in a coat, writing something down on a screen as she looks at one of her screens. Or writing something down on a notepad as she looks down at one of her screens. Reading is hard.
Hey, Miss Detective, are you free at the moment? I have a few questions I'd like to ask about this report I filed. I have it in my binder here somewhere. Where did I actually put the damn thing?
I started scrambling through my files desperately. The detective looked up from her screen. She seemed a bit confused.
Hey, I don't think you can just...
Ah, found it!
I pulled the piece of paper out of the binder and handed it to her.
Here we are. I've got the details in this, for if you need to do like a lookup or something. Or I can give you her name, or something.
The detective sighed and looked at me disapprovingly.
David, you heard about Suki, right? Not many missing persons report around here, so... This is the first one in a couple weeks.
Yes, Suki Tazogare. That's her. What's the report?
Nothing since we opened the investigation.
I frowned.
Nothing? It's been a whole day. You have to have found at least something.
It's been less than a day. A girl goes missing and you expect us to mobilize our entire force to find her? We barely have any resources as it is.
I mean, I don't want you to do that. I just thought you might have made some progress, or something? I don't know.
The detective sighs again.
Well, we haven't. We'll let you know if we find her. Until then, why don't you try to take your mind off of it? I understand it's stressful.
Oh, for the love of...
Despite her efforts to calm me down, she was clearly unaware of the inverse effect it was having.
Okay, fine then. I'll do it myself. I'll find her, and I'll prove to you that you can do better.
This yielded another sigh from the detective.
Listen, I understand your worries, but if you go and break any laws and get yourself into danger, we aren't going to protect you because of an emotional outburst. The last thing we want to find is your sister and have you tell her that we had to lock you up. Understand?
Before the detective was even finished with her sentence, however, I was already on my way out the door.
Jeez. What a piece of work.
Once I got back outside, I sat down on the porch and tried to calm myself down. Not to much avail.
I should message Allison and let her know how it went. God damn it.
Did it not go well?
Yeah, I'd say so. They have nothing. Literally jack shit.
Well, it's only been a day or so.
Man, I guess, but like... That's a whole ass day's worth of opportunities for her to kick the bucket somehow.
What are you planning to do?
Is that even a question? I'm finding her. Since I was there in Lamau.
I really don't think that's the best idea.
Come on! It'll take, like, no time at all. At least help me hang up some missing posters for her or something.
I'm willing to help you do that, but I don't want you to get involved in anything further than that, okay? Suki needs her sister to come home too.
Yeah, I get it. I'll be fine. I'm gonna go to the park. Can you meet me there?
Yeah, I can. I'm nearby, actually. I'll see you there, okay? Until then, just try to stay calm.
I am calm. Seriously. You've never seen anyone as calm as I am right now.
She was not, in fact, calm.
The park is still a good bit away, but I am not walking that distance in this weather. When does the next bus come?
I checked on my phone. 10 minutes at the nearest stop.
Thank God.
I put away my phone, got up off the precinct porch, and started walking toward the bus stop. So, welcome to Vivid Stasis.
Yeah. So as you guys can see, this is a mystery game. So the whole reason I'm leaving up the second stream up is because even though I played chapter 1 at that point, I did not play the rest of the game yet. So I was still making theories and theorizing about what was to come, and I felt like that was kind of important to keep out there, and that's why I'm leaving the first recording up even despite it having awful audio. This one is kind of just a read-through. I'm not going to be theorizing or commenting as much because I've already played the whole game at this point. But for the first stream, the second video, I had only played chapter 1 at that point. So I was still making theories here or there. And I just wanted to mention that's why we were leaving the original stream up despite the bad audio.
Yep.
Episode
It was
2.
a laugh.
Intersection of Wills. Saturday and Allison meet up to discuss Suki's case.
The Tanegashima Park, a humble but popular attraction on the island for the locals to stop by and hang out at on particularly sunny days. Once I got there, I went and stood in the northeast corner of it, next to a modest garden.
Allie should be here in, like, 5 minutes, so I'm probably good to sit down for a bit.
I waited for a few minutes and looked around. A gardener volunteer is tending to the flowers in the garden boxes, but I'm not paying much attention to that. Some kids are playing and shouting on the playground in annoyingly loud voices, which I guess makes sense considering that it's a playground, but I still wish I didn't have to hear it. Eventually, my patience starts running thin.
Where the hell is she? It's been like 10 minutes. It can't take her that long. She said she was nearby, right? She hasn't texted back in a while. Should I...
Hey.
Ah! Hi? Hello? Sorry, you scared me.
Allison laughed sheepishly. Was it really that funny?
Sorry. Yeah. I got held up on my way here.
Yeah, it's okay. Let me just... God damn it, not again.
I put my backpack on the bench and rummaged through it.
Ah, damn it. Shit. Hang on, just a minute, hold on.
Spreadsheets in a binder? This is certainly a change.
Hey, I can be organized when it's important. There we go.
I find the sheet I was looking for and pull it out of the binder.
Anyways, this is where we're at. She leaves at 10, and she doesn't come back. 10 is her usual time to leave, but she's usually back at 9 p.m. at the latest.
What else do you know?
What do you mean?
Have you contacted her workplace and wrote down what everyone said that happened on the 22nd?
I frowned.
Saturday? How did you fill up a binder operating on so little information? And besides, are you sure this is a good idea? It seems like...
At that moment, however, I noticed something out of the corner of my eye. It looked opposite of Allison.
Hold on that! Look over there! Is that Kotomi?
Allison sighed.
Saturday, I'd rather you didn't just brush off my...
I ran across the park, waving my arms to try to get Kotomi's attention, completely brushing off Allison.
Kotomi!
I felt a little bad for leaving Allison back there, but I heard other footsteps that indicated she was following me anyway. It's probably all good. I hope. Allison and I caught up with Kotomi in no time. She looked surprised to see us.
Saturday? And Allison, too? What are you two doing here?
Did you hear about Suki?
Just that she went missing. I saw a few of your messages in the group chat. Yeah, and Saturday has the idea of trying to investigate it herself or something.
I turned around and gave Allison a frustrated look.
Yes, I do. The police clearly just don't give a shit. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they secretly had something to do with it.
Allison gave me her own frustrated look back.
Probably shouldn't have said that last part.
You're just saying things now, and you know it.
Kotomi seems to find this banter amusing, though, and chuckles.
It's not a bad idea to do a little digging yourself, to be fair.
Allison looks at Kotomi with an almost tired expression.
You think so? Yeah, I do. Think it could be fun, honestly. And it's not like Saturday is going to be able to focus on anything else.
That's what I'm saying!
Allison doesn't seem to share my feelings on the matter, though.
Fun? It's not safe. I can't think of any hypothetical universe where it would be safe. We have police for a reason, you know. I don't want to see you two get hurt. Allie, you know how Saturday is. The best thing you can do is be there to protect her. No! I am not, in fact, going to do that, because we are not investigating. Neither of you are listening to me here at all.
Come on,
For the
Ellie.
love of...
Come on.
You know I hate it when you do this.
Ow.
Are you done?
Allison sighs and shoots me a defeated glance.
Fine. Fine. But we're not doing anything illegal. You're going to promise me that right now.
It's settled! Where are we investigating?
Saturday.
What? I said it's settled.
Saturday, Tasugare.
Despite her reserved nature, Allison was just as stubborn as I. There was no getting out of promising to do exactly as she wanted when she was like this.
Fine. I promise. Are you happy?
No. But it's the best I'm gonna get out of you.
So, where are we going first?
Her place of work is probably a good place to start. They have seen her last, so it's likely that they'll give us information as to when she disappeared. That is, assuming she even showed up for work at all. Wait, you're coming along too? I have literally nothing to do. And besides, this was my idea. If I didn't come along and either of you got hurt, I'd never forgive myself. We know you have nothing to do, Kotomi.
I was gonna make the same joke.
Well, I'm glad to have another eye to look out for dangerous situations, at least. Saturday? Where does your sister even work? I don't think I ever even knew.
This poor girl does not have enough screen time.
I know.
She works at a geology place, I think. You know, rack stuff. I have the address on my phone.
Then we better get going. The bus only loops around once per hour, and that's on the other side of Tanegashima, near my place.
Radio. Let's get a move on, folks.
I marched off energetically toward the bus stop outside the park. Kotomi follows at a brisk pace, but Allison lags behind a bit.
I wonder what's got her all down in the dumps. Hopefully she feels better.
Soon. Yo,
And
Metropolis, let's go.
This is a rhythm game, so I will be doing all of these songs at least once. So, yeah, if you're not interested in that, you can just skip to the next story section. I don't have timestamps or anything, but I feel like since it's a rhythm game, I should at least give credit to the songs where I can. So I will be playing them at least once.
Yeah. This is one of my favorites. I don't know if it is my favorite, but it really close if it's not. not too shabby, all
Yeah.
things considered.
Oh, are all my high scores gone?
Yeah. So, minor spoilers for streams 9 and 10, but we had to do a lot of save
Not
file
story
editing
spoilers,
because our
just...
yeah, not story spoilers. The game glitched very specifically, and we ended up transferring his save file to my computer to see if we could fix things. And we managed to get it transferred back and do the finale stream last night.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like all of the high scores have been overwritten, which is not going to be an issue because, I mean, why would we care? Means you can set a bunch of new ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have definitely improved quite a bit.
Yeah, I definitely have. I think that specific song was a B. I think that was my highest one on Necropolis.
Yeah, because you do not have any sort of experience with rhythm games up until this.
Nope, this is my first rhythm game ever.
Yeah. Man, all the music in this game is just so good.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. The soundtrack is really beautiful.
You all have a lot to look forward to in the upcoming streams. I mean, they're all recorded at this point, so
Yeah, they are.
binge them all. You can tackle them however you'd like. But yeah, I'm very normal about this game. That's for sure.
Uh-huh. Sure you are, bud. He's been bugging me to play this game for 1.5 years now.
That is true. It's literally free on Steam. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, it is. It is free. Please play this game. I may have said that like it was a bad thing, but I am so glad he persisted on begging me. This game is worth it. Please play this game if you haven't already.
Mm-hmm. It's real good. Another A. Look at you, hotshot.
Uh-huh.
You're a seasoned veteran now.
Crosshatch. Those were also only level, like, what, 2 or 3? So...
I think they were both 3s, and this is a 5. To be fair, the best score that you ever got was an AA on a level 1, and then your second best score was an A on a 9. So
Yeah. Yeah.
there's no rhyme or reason to when you do well. You have the potential.
Yep. There we go.
Every time I go back to Chapter 1, I'm always just blown away by how good the songs are.
Yeah,
Like, even compared to the rest of the game, they start off strong.
they really do.
Another A.
Yeah, like I said, in the main series, I think I only got maybe 1 or 2 A's at most.
Yeah. The training montage.
Chapter 3, Episode Investigation of Remainder. The trio check up on the state of Suki's workplace. But which trio?
Well, there's only 3 characters in the main party right now.
By the time we reach the geology museum, Allison seems to have perked up a bit. At least, I'm guessing that, from her walking in front of Kotomi and I.
It looks like there's something going on. I don't think there'd normally be police officers outside the doorway.
Suddenly, I noticed something. Hey, wait a minute. That woman talking to the police officers. The detective who brushed me off.
Wait, her? Saturday, that's...
I start running up the road incline to the entrance. Kotomi and Allison's voices get quieter behind me.
Hey, wait! You can't just run off to...
By the time I've reached the entrance, the detective seems to have already noticed me, and doesn't look very happy about it. You! Don't think I've forgotten how you completely brushed me aside when I came for progress. How dare you have the gall to then turn around and investigate? What made you suddenly care so much? The detective does not answer. She just keeps looking at me. What, are you bugging my phone or something? As soon as I say we should investigate here, you appear before us so that you can take all the credit? Do you even care about saving her, or are you just doing this to get a raise for cracking open the case or whatever?
Saturday, enough! I hardly think that investigating her workplace is a novel idea.
Then why is she just doing this now?
I had to get a permit. I can't just investigate places without legal authority. There's a process.
So bureaucracy is more important than my sister?
If I don't want myself and my team to land in prison and leave no one to investigate, yeah. Saturday, if you're done, can you please stop harassing my sister?
What? Wait, for real? I looked over at Kotomi, shocked, and also completely unaware of how to respond.
What? What's that look for? What is it?
I turned back to the detective, and only just then noticed her name tag. You're Eri Nichibotsu, Kotomi's sister. Jesus Christ, Saturday, how did you not figure that out sooner? Holy hell, you are an awful friend. Kotomi seems just as shocked at my not knowing this information as I am at learning it.
Saturday, how did you not figure that out sooner? I've talked about my sister and her line of work plenty of times.
I know. I'm so sorry, Eri. This is it. This is the end. This is the curtain call. You've really done it now, Saturday. Harry seems almost amused by this turn of events. I notice her crack the world's smallest grin.
Hello? Okay.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, it cut out midline for me.
Ah.
But the game audio did too, so I don't think the stream was messed up. Now, if you're done with this plot twist, I'm happy to let you accompany me inside if you'll remain calm. You may even have some valuable insights.
Immediately, however, Eri's attitude gets me frustrated again. Why is Kotomi's sister so irritating? Fine, but only if you let Allison and Kotomi come too. They're almost as close to Suki as I am, and I think they'd notice some stuff I wouldn't.
That's alright with me. Come along inside. You can show me where exactly your sister works so that we can skip having to figure out who inside would know.
I walked inside, with Kotomi and Allison following me. Kotomi still seems a bit shaken up by the fact that I may have inadvertently implied that I suspected her sister of being involved while at the park earlier. No, she surely understands that I didn't know. Kotomi is like super mega understanding. Once inside Suki's office, Allison, Kotomi, and I looked around to see if anything felt unusual.
We are done collecting fingerprints, but still, Please try not to touch anything if possible.
She said that, but I understood it to mean don't touch anything you don't need to for the investigation, which was fine by me. Okay, this is her desk. It's got her computer, a bunch of, rack stuff. I don't actually fully know what she does.
She does something to do with environmentally friendly coal mining. I'm not sure about the specifics beyond that. You'd need to ask an employee here. Is there anyone that your sister worked closely with?
The only person I would have ever heard her mention was one specific coworker that she relied on a lot when she was getting started. I think her name's, Jade?
I'll go see if she's on call. I'll be back in a moment, okay?
Kotomi leaves the room. Eri walks over and stands with us behind the desk.
Do either of you know her computer password?
Yeah, she uses the same one for everything. Hold on, let me just... I lean down and type the password I remember into her laptop. SCCONDSHRINE. There! The screen lights up as it cuts from the dark, gloomy corporate lock screen to Suki's vibrant wallpaper. Got it! Harry sits down in Kotomi's chair and takes hold of her computer mouse, which bugs me a bit, but whatever. It's not like Suki's here.
Let's see. It says here that she arrived for work on the morning of the 22nd. Is 10:30 really the morning?
It's before noon, so I'd say so.
Right. I couldn't quite call it afternoon, but it's not like it was 8 a.m. or something. Morning is a bit misleading, isn't it?
So she arrived at, like, mid-morning then?
She arrived from work in the mid-morning on the 22nd, and then clocked out for lunch at 1:35 and never came back.
Oh, today's the 22nd. That's funny.
Just then, Kotomi's shape appears in the door again.
So, Jade isn't on call right now, but I did get her on call.
Kotomi holds up her cell phone. The room is filled with silence.
Because cell phone on call. Friggin' whatever, man. Introduce yourself, Jade. Hi, everyone. It really rocks to be with you all. If I hear one more God-forsaken... Come on! Why so stone-faced all of a sudden? I am actually going to blow a fuse. I'm sorry. Of course you... I will kill you!
Allison leaps towards the door and tries to grab the phone. I haven't seen her this violent in a long time, but Allison really hates puns and stupid jokes. Like, not even in a grown and move on way. Luckily, Kotomi stops Allison, and she moves back to where she was.
Anyways, Jade, did you want to tell us about what you and Suki did for a living?
Thank you, oh my god.
Oh, yeah, I'm a transfer from the US branch in the Sunrise Foundation, since Suki's research mostly applies to North America.
What does the Sunrise Foundation even do? Well, I guess more specifically, what does Suki do for work?
She works in cleaning up the old cold strip mines while mitigating environmental harm. It's like a surprisingly difficult job that not many people bother doing. Did she do anything out of the ordinary on the day of her disappearance? Come to think of it, she did. She checked her text while we were on lunch break and looked at some video. I asked her what was wrong, but she just shrugged it off. So you saw her after she clocked out? Yeah, we usually get lunch together. She told me not to wait up and that she'd be right behind me after taking care of something. Last I saw her, she was typing something on her phone when I left the building.
Do you know who she was texting?
I saw a text notification pop up at one point out of the corner of my eye. It wasn't saved as a contact in her phone. I don't really snoop or anything though, so that's all I really know. Thank you. Your help is valuable. Is there anything else you would that would be relevant to the case? No. No, nothing comes to mind. I did want to say something, though. Kotomi, can you pass the phone to Saturday?
Huh? Me?
Oh, sure thing, yeah.
Kotomi walks over and gives me the phone.
Saturday, I am so sorry all of this is happening, and I'm here for you if you need to talk. I know we aren't, like, super close, but I knew your sister pretty well, and, well, I just hope she's alright, and I can't begin to imagine what you're going through.
I notice a potential tear making its way out of my eye, but I wipe it away before anyone else can notice. And now, damn it. I keep it together, though. Thank you, Jade. That means a lot. Kotomi, here. I give Kotomi back her phone. Kotomi smiles at me, but I don't really register it. Kotomi hangs up the phone. I don't think she's hiding anything. It's obvious that she cares about Suki a lot. Now, all that's left is finding out what the video she was watching was. I turn back toward the desk. Allison is looking through the things on Suki's computer.
I don't see anything out of the ordinary on the computer. This is all files about work and stuff. Nothing really pops out.
Check her browsing history. There might be something there. If she was watching some weird video, there's a possibility her browsing history synced between her phone and her computer. I know a lot of modern cross-platform browsers do that.
Huh. You may be onto something. There's a weird website here. ShrinerReport.xyz. Let me open this.
Allison opens the site. I walk over and take a look. It's just a video? Nothing else?
Seems to be. Let me look at the page source where I want to watch before I watch the video.
Allison opens the page source for the strange site. Sure enough, it seems to be a blank HTML page with nothing but a video in the center. Nothing outside of the tags or anything. Okay. Play the video.
Yeah, got it.
Mysterious.
Interesting.
Wonder what that could
Energy,
mean.
synergy, matrix.
I love
Oh,
this
it's-
jacket art.
Yeah, it's a cute little cat.
Song's good too. Alright, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
Okay. I think my skill is gone. What the
Does it count as
5?
beginner's luck if this is a redo of Chapter 1's beginning?
Maybe. Chronomia. Level 2.
Or
That's
maybe I just get up and then you lose all your power.
Yeah, that could be it.
That could also be it.
This is chapter 2, so I should be alright. Level 2.
Yeah. Yeah, luckily, this game has lots of good accessibility options, so no matter how good or bad you are at rhythm games, you'll be able to enjoy this wonderful story just fine.
With an asterisk.
That's for the epilogue,
Yeah.
and if you get really, really unlucky.
Yeah.
We're referencing the glitch that happened earlier.
Yeah.
I guess it's not really a glitch, but
It's not,
it's
but
definitely an oversight.
yeah.
That's either an A or, yeah, an AA. A double A.
Yeah, so as long as it's a level 2, I should be fine. Beyond the puzzle.
You did really well on a level 3 as well.
Oh, fair enough. Beyond the puzzle's veil, Saturday and her singular friend try to figure out the strange video. I wonder which friend it will be.
This did not inspire 3 streams worth of theories. Or anything.
After we left the geology museum, we went to Allison's house. We didn't end up finding anything else on the site of Suki's workplace. However, once we got to Allie's place, we just kind of sat there in silence for a while.
Oh, it seems like Allie's that friend. Cool.
There's 3 of them? So, any ideas? The others jumped a bit. Fair enough, I guess, since it had been at least half an hour since anyone really said anything.
Ideas about what?
The video, stupid! The weird cryptic ARG friggin' thing that was on my sister's computer.
I wasn't able to get a good look at it. And besides, I think this is the part where we leave things up to the professional investigators.
I looked at her frustratedly. I mean, okay, sure. But won't there be a higher chance of success if there's more people trying to crack it?
I can't technically argue with that, but I'm still overwhelmed by this feeling, warning me to not get too far in over my head. And not to let you two either. We could probably just go back to the investigators with what we found. No, in too far over our heads if we take that route, right?
Yes, exactly my thinking. Thank you, Kotomi.
I guess not. I'm still uneasy, but you do have a point. You saved the URL to that site, right? Yep, Shrine Report at ShrineReport.xyz. Here, you can use my laptop. Probably a good idea to see it on a bigger screen than a phone.
True. Kotomi passed me her laptop. We typed in the page link, and the video popped up. We watched it again, and tried to pay closer attention this time. Once the video was done, I handed Kotomi back her laptop, and she put it on her desk.
The way I see it, we're working with a few possible sets of information here. And those are the shrine footage, the number of voice clips, and the sets of red and white pixels. Right.
Personally, the number of voices and the pixel sets are what jump out to me as holding some kind of code. I'm not entirely sure what we can get out of the shrine footage, though, since it seems to just be a loop.
Hang on. I have an idea. It's possible they hid something for, like, one frame in the middle of it. Let me just,
Kotomi opened the video editor up and set the playback speed really low so that it would show each frame for longer. We sat there for about 5 minutes watching it go. Eventually, Kotomi did catch something.
Not in the middle of it, but there is this weird symbol that shows up for one frame right at the very end.
She selected a specific frame, and sure enough, a bizarre symbol was visible on screen.
Oh, weird. What is that even supposed to be?
Beats me. I'll make a quick sketch of it, though.
Are you making a quick sketch of it, though?
I am a master at art. This is the symbol that they are talking about, according to Leo, so I just wanted to make sure that that was there.
True.
For future reference.
From many moons ago.
And for anyone who wants to play along, there you can actually go to the ShrineReport.xyz, and there will be some stuff to do there. And that might be some hints for some puzzles later on, just for some, if
True.
anyone wants some hints. And I just found this aspect of the game to be super cool. It's one of my favorite aspects of it.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of it.
I took one of the papers out of the binder that was in my bag and scribbled down a quick drawing of the symbol.
It's a good plan. Allison, can you write down what numbers are being spoken in the voice sections? Yeah, sure. Can you play them back?
Oh, do you need a piece of paper? Here, use this one. I handed Allison my paper, and Kotomi replayed the video. Allison wrote down 165850272 and 2114094. Hang on, Allie. I noticed that there's, like, more of a break between some of the numbers in the second voice section. Can you put a little dash or something to indicate that?
Oh, good catch. Here, Allison, let me replay that for you. Got it.
Allison added some cute little dashes, resulting in the paper now saying 21, 14, 09, and 24. So, 165850272 and 21, 14, 09, and 24. We've had them written out, but I'm not exactly sure what to do with them from here. Allison gave me a smug sort of grin.
Really, Saturday? I would have thought you, of all people, would have this figured at least one of these out. Isn't this kind of cryptic stuff right up your alley?
Hey, cut me a break, Allie. I'm not at peak mental efficiency right now.
Fair enough. Anyway, look at the second set of numbers. The ones with the dashes. Anything about them jump out at you? Oh, you see what Allison's getting at. A1Z26, right? Yep, pretty much. They're probably letters.
Oh my god, freaking duh! How the hell did I not?
Don't sweat it. Anyways, let's figure this out.
So, transferring numbers into letters. This will never come up again for the rest of the game. Got it! Units!
Yeah, Unix seems about right.
Unix. So, Unix time is our lead here. I mean, I can't really think of much else that the word Unix could mean.
Yeah, it never really does come up. It only comes up in gameplay sections. It never comes up in the story. Interesting. My bet would be that one of these codes is either the voice numbers or the pixel sets the Unix time code. Well, since we haven't exactly figured out the pixel sets yet, let's try seeing if the other number we got from the voice samples is a time code.
Allison walked over to Kodami's desk and opened the internet browser. I'm sorry, I didn't notice this the first 2 times that we played through this chapter, but why does Kodami have a desk at Allison's house? I'm so confused. Why? This is the second time they've mentioned Kodami's desk. Is it just the desk that she's using during her stay? Why is this happening?
Because she's
She
not
looked
real.
up one of- Must be. That's why it said Saturday and her friend. Or does that make Allison not real because Kodami's desk is...
No, it
Kodami
said it
has a
was
desk, but
no, it said it was Allison's house. So it has to be Allison's real. It's just that Kodami is some sort of ghost who manifested
Wait,
a desk.
it's gotta be it. One of the two. She looked up one of those Unix to timecode converters and typed 1658502732 into it.
And it sure is. 12:12 a.m. on the 23rd of July. This year. So, 2 days ago.
Aha! Bingo! That's gotta be it. It's too close to our current time to not be what that number's getting at.
I'm inclined to agree, but having a time code doesn't really give us much to go off of. Hey, I mean, there's still the other thing we haven't figured out yet. Those sets of white and red pixels.
Yeah. Can you pull those back up and pause the video on them?
Oh yeah, here.
I mean, okay. Even this one I can almost figure out.
Oh really? I'm actually more stumped on this one than the other one. Do tell.
I mean, look at it. It's just a set of different amounts of pixels. So it'd probably be like 3126,218.
Hold on though. What about the red line? One Piece reference.
I wouldn't understand, but I'm happy for you.
Maybe it doesn't mean anything?
No, it definitely means something. Look.
Kodami moves the playhead in the video editor forward a bunch to the second set of pixels.
See? The red line is between some of them this time. I have a hard time believing it's just a red herring.
I mean, it would be a red herring. Allison let out one of the biggest sighs I've ever heard in my entire life.
Saturday? That's a stretch, even for you, and you know it.
Hey, I was mumbling that, under my breath, so you couldn't hear it. Besides, it's not as bad as some of those rock puns.
What if it's a 0?
What makes you think it's a 0?
I mean, look at where it is in the first one. It's the first one in line, so maybe maybe it's there to signify a 0 so that we know the first digit is a 0. Look, if it wasn't there, you'd think it would be 3126218, like you said. But maybe it's actually 031262218. And they couldn't get that across if they just left it blank, because you'd assume it started at 3.
Hey, well done! I think you're right. Look at you go!
It's all elementary, my dear Saturday.
Was not an invitation to make a Sherlock joke.
Too bad. So, applying this logic, we have 031262218 from the first set. Kodami fast forward? Yeah. And then the second set would be 13091655.
So, 013 or 031262218 and 130916555. Are these more Unix codes?
I doubt it. They're way shorter. You can try anyway, though. Hold on. No need. I can say with confidence that they aren't. There'd be no reason for them to highlight the 0 otherwise. They could just write 3126218.
True. But if it's not that, then I'm drawing a blank.
Allison? You got an idea? Well, it's a bit of a stretch, but if the other codes represented a place and time, could these be a place in physical space?
Like, some kind of coordinates?
Yeah, the feeling I'm getting is that they're somehow latitude and longitude, or something.
But there's no decimal.
Maybe we have to add it ourselves. Look.
The diagram comes up with the numbers, and Kotomi puts a decimal at the 4th character spot.
Kotomi is lowercased.
This will have massive plot implications.
If you do it like this, the reasoning for highlighting the 0 becomes clear, see?
Ah, I see it. So it's 31.26218 latitude and 130.91655 longitude. Or the other way around?
Can't be the other way around. Latitude doesn't go as high as 130. So it has to be the first way. Kotomi, if you will. On it.
Kotomi looked over at her laptop and opened up Google Maps.
Going with these coordinates gets us near the Okawachi Shrine. On the mainland.
Okay, right. We need to tell Eri this, like, right away. This is a lead.
You got her number, right?
I think I wrote it down somewhere. But it's probably just faster to run to Suki's office than waiting for me to find it.
Instead of asking the very real person there what her sister's phone number is.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair point. Let's go.
Got up and left Allison's place.
Oh, it really was faster to just run.
I ran into the geology museum at a breakneck pace that I didn't even know I was capable of achieving. Hey, big news! Harry jumps a bit. I mean, I guess that makes sense considering I basically just jump scared her.
Whoa. Calm down. What happened?
We had this investigation, we looked at the video, and we decoded it, and we're pretty sure we have a lead. Harry puts the clipboard that she's holding down on a nearby chair.
Alright. Let's hear it.
We think that she probably took a ferry to the mainland around 5, maybe a bit before. There was a time code hidden in the video, and it's for a place on the mainland at a specific time. So she probably wanted to be there at that time, I think.
The route takes 4.5 hours of just ferries, so it'd be 6 or 7 hour trip. It's obvious that she took it. She was serious about whatever was happening here. She'd have missed a lot of her shift. Interesting. We are checking to see if she took a ferry. There's an officer dispatched there to check the details. Her bank has been less than cooperative, so we're checking to see if the stations end whether she was a passenger. They keep records of that stuff? Yeah. Something to do with consent forms and boarding procedures. I don't think it's stored in a database or anything, but if it was just a few days ago, so they should have filed away the physical record. I can't leave my position here currently, but if you head there yourselves, the officer should recognize Kotomi. She is my sister after all. You could probably get the information you need there.
Wow, for real? Thanks. What do you guys think?
I'll come, but after this, we are done, and leaving it up to them. Okay?
Yeah, sure. I said that, but deep down, I knew I was just telling her that to avoid the hassle of arguing with her about it further.
It's within walking distance, so let's get going.
We left the geology museum once again, and followed Kotomi to the terminal.
You know, if you think about it, everything is within walking distance.
If you have the time. Thank you very much.
Man, that was sure a great scene with Adide and her single friend. Septima.
Alright. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all.
Episode 5. Embers of the Intersection. Saturday inquires at the ferry terminal about Suki.
We followed Kotomi into the ferry terminal. It was by no means a large venue. There were just a few benches scattered around for passengers to sit on while waiting. There was an officer standing at the check-in desk, talking to the ferryman. We're here. Okay. Right. Officer... There he is. Kotomi walked up to the officer, and I followed her.
All that we have. All that we have. You need to talk to the other terminals to see if she went anywhere else.
Understood. Thank you, sir. Your time is appreciated.
I don't know why I made the officer sound like that. I'm so sorry.
Apologize to the officer right now.
Once the weird-sounding officer was done talking to the ferryman, he turned around and noticed us.
It's okay, we would totally never stick with an ill-fitting voice for no reason.
Oh, hello, Nichibosu's sisters, right? And Nichibosu's sisters' acquaintances? Right. This is Allison here, and this is...
Hey, Mr. Officer! Did you find out anything about the Suki stuff?
Who are you exactly?
Saturday, the missing girl's sister.
Oh, in that case, I can indeed tell you that there was a Suki Tasagari who boarded the ferry at Tanegashima at 1400, and she did match what we know of her appearance.
Wait, 1400? Is that 2 in the afternoon or 3?
The ferry docked safely at 1800. 4 hours later, and we have no reason to believe that she wasn't on it when we did.
Yeah, in hindsight, I would have given the ferryman this voice and the officer the super deep voice that I gave the ferryman. My goodness.
Great. Thank you, sir.
1800? Why can't people just use normal people time? I walked away from the officer and to the desk to talk to the ferryman. He looked up from his newspaper when I got closer. When's the next ferry to Kagoshima departing?
We have 2 ferries running in tandem. It should depart around 6:30, if you don't mind waiting a bit.
Sudden footsteps behind me indicated that Allison was running over to catch up with me.
Saturday, you can't just go off to Kanagashima for this. It's not safe. Please, 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 just let the police handle it from here.
I turned around and raised my voice. Maybe it wasn't the best idea to do this to Allison, but I felt like letting my emotions out would be better than holding back. And let my sister stay gone? Do nothing and just let all this happen? If they fail, if she's gone, and I could have done something, it'll be my fault. I can't just do that. Not even try. If I at least try, then it'll be okay. Allison seemed conflicted on how to respond.
This is a missing person, and it looks like we're in way over our heads. The cipher was one thing, but it looks more and more like we're dealing with an organization with real power. We aren't a police force. We're just students. What happens if you get hurt, or worse?
I don't care. I don't care. You can't understand what I'm going through right now. Suki was the most important person in the world to me. And... Calm yourself down, Saturday. Allison doesn't deserve this. She can't be gone. I'm not going to let it happen.
But going in without even thinking about the consequences is going to...
Before Allison could even finish her sentence, however, a deafening boom sound interrupted our argument. The floor shook beneath us, and neither Allison nor I could speak due to shock. Kotomi rushed over to the window and looked out at the street.
No, 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 no.
Alice and I ran up to Kotomi to see what was wrong. What is it? What's happening?
The workplace. The geology place, it's...
She didn't have time to finish before I noticed what was going on. The Tanegashima Geology Museum was entirely set ablaze, covered from top to bottom in horrifying embers. Well, what are we waiting for? We need to make sure that everyone's okay. Come on. I ran out of the ferry terminal and heard Allison shout behind me.
Why is your first instinct to run towards the danger? Saturday!
There was no time to worry about Allison's thoughts on the matter, and the sound of footsteps notified me that she and Kotomi were following me anyway.
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, my mic was on when I was not speaking. It showed the lines going up, so I was wondering what it was trying to pick up.
Weird.
Now, we just had to get there in time.
Look, I think it'd be really funny if the audio was messed up and we had to do this a 4th time. That's all I'm saying.
We ran up to the site of the now-aflame Geology Museum. By the time we arrived, you could barely tell what the building even once was. Kotomi rushed up to one of the other detectives, and I followed her.
What happened here? We smelled smoke and rushed everyone outside. It took maybe 5 minutes before the building was completely aflame. Is everyone okay? Where's my sister? She's still in there. She was the only one we couldn't get out, and...
I looked over at Kotomi to see her wearing an expression I didn't think she was capable of. Pure, unfiltered terror.
Kotomi, no! It's not safe. Please don't.
I gritted my teeth and curled up my fist. She's already inside. Besides, I think she knows it's not safe. She's trying to save Eri.
But... why? That's dangerous, and she's normally really clear-headed about that stuff.
I guess she just cares a lot. I don't know. Does it really seem like now's the time for sitting around and thinking?
Saturday? You have that look on your face. Please, don't do this.
Shut up! Shut up! Look! Look at this situation. Look around you at the world, Allison. And stop trying to hold me back for once in your life, okay? I turned around so as to see Allison's reaction to my freakout. I was already running inside after Kotomi, into the burning blaze.
Saturday! Saturday!
Alright. Things are really getting intense.
Hope nothing happens to anyone.
Yeah. It's fine.
I still don't really
Never died.
understand why Saturday feels the need to run inside the building when Eri is the only one in trouble. It seems like Kotomi could have it covered. I still don't really understand that.
Well, she's running after Kotomi and Eri because she's worried about both of them now.
Yeah, but I think I don't know, fair, but
Also,
I feel
yeah,
like,
she seemed like the kind of girl to ever just sit there and not do something.
yeah, she's not really the brightest. She does stuff without thinking.
If there's something to be done, she will do it.
Oh yeah. And this is, never mind. Yeah, I don't know. And
Yeah, I agree that it's not a smart thing to do, running into a burning building.
I feel like one person risking their lives for a single person is enough. If there were other people trapped in the building, I would understand, but the detective said it was only Eri, so I don't think two people, it's a two-person job to save one person, depending on the circumstances.
Okay, I respond to that with saying, is there only ever one firefighter on a scene at a time?
No, but that's because there's typically more than one person in a burning building, and they're trying to clear it all out. This one, the firefighters, I believe the firefighters were there, or just the detectives, and evacuated everyone already. The only person left is Eri. So the firefighters were doing their job, and probably there was no mention of firefighters, but I'm assuming that they were there and evacuated everyone already.
They barely have a police force. They probably don't have a very distinct firefighter.
That's a good point, actually. It might have just been the detectives that were evacuating everybody. And maybe that's why Eri stayed back in the first place, but I don't know. Since the lack of firefighting, maybe that's why Eri was still in there. She was helping evacuate everyone, but I'm just concerned.
Are you saying that because you actually don't remember, or are you just saying that to pretend to be blind?
A bit of both. What? I'm not entirely sure what you're referencing to.
Okay.
Alright. The whole theory about whether the detectives were evacuating everything, I was being genuine about that. But,
Alright.
yeah. I also just have not the best memory, if that was answered later on and I forgot.
Okay. Something to that effect was.
Gotcha. Now that you mentioned it, I do recall something like that, but I obviously not going to talk about it, but you may be right.
I'm trying to dance very delicately around the topic.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult.
We've been cursed with knowledge.
We have been, indeed.
If you also want to be cursed with knowledge, play Vivid Stasis by downloading on Steam for free.
It is free.
And even if it wasn't free, it would still be worth it.
Yeah, Leo is very normal about this game.
I might be. That's what people say about me.
Uh-huh. It's his most defining trait. Very normal about Vivid Stasis.
Another A, and that was
Yeah.
a 4, I think.
Fixations toward the stars. Abergaris. Let's do Abergaris. I know
don't
none
how
of
you would
these.
pronounce that.
Yeah, I know none of these songs by name, so I haven't listened to the soundtrack of this game yet. But so I don't have any of these songs memorized, so I'm kind of just picking the ones at random, not based on my favorite ones.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, this would be the point where we were like, "Oh, what do you think's gonna happen next? What do you
Yeah.
think the theories are for the story?" But if you're interested in that, go watch the one with awful audio.
Yeah, because I was still theorizing about future episodes, but it was still a less to an extent. But I do get better at theorizing as the streams go on and talking during these sections. I apologize if we're a bit quiet.
Yeah.
And I came
Trying
up
to
with
just
some
fill-
crazy harebrained theories. My goodness. My theories are not the best. They were really out there, but that's the fun of theorizing.
Exactly. I made some great theories too. But obviously, they were.
Any you
somewhat
can share
to
at
lead
this
you
point?
astray. Yeah. Just attributing everything to a random concussion from when Saturday hits her head in the beginning of Chapter 2. Even though it literally never comes up again, I'm like, oh, it must be the concussion.
Yeah, I was about to reference that joke earlier today. I'm like, she hasn't even hit her head yet. But I didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
When I was talking about the decision to run into the fire, I'm like, and this time she doesn't have the excuse of hitting her head yet.
True. Yeah. Yeah, I think the stream is going to be really funny because it's just that one meme where Apollo's throwing the dodgeball at someone. Like, we know the future.
I'm not
We
sure
have
if I'm
fun here.
familiar with that meme.
I'll send it to you, it's great.
Alright. My first thought was the Greek god, but I don't remember any context that the Greek god would be playing volleyball, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, that is the god I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. I am playing Hades 2 recently, so I do have Greek mythology on the brain.
Who is that, by the way?
Apollo? He's the sun god.
No, how is Hades 2?
Oh, I love Hades 2. It's fantastic so far. I have not
Better than the first
played...
one?
No, definitely not. I think the consensus seems to be that the gameplay is a bit better in the second one. I personally have some qualms about the gameplay for Hades 2, but I think it's just a preference thing, because the gameplay is a bit tighter in general. However, the story and dialogue is definitely not as good in the first one. Definitely not as good in the second one. The first one is my favorite by far. The first Hades is one of my favorite games of all time. And I think the second game, they tried to do a whole world-ending scenario, whereas the first one was a family drama. And it just seemed to work out with the format more, because with the world-ending scenario time limit thing, it kind of makes the whole story feel rushed and not fleshed out as much. And there was a big backlash about the ending of Hades 2. So the development team actually went back and rewrote the ending of the game. I have not seen the alternate ending yet, or the original ending. I'm very bad at the game, so I haven't completed everything yet. I've also been occupied with Vivid Stasis, so I haven't had too much time to play Hades. I haven't seen the ending of Hades 2 yet, but I heard that the rewrite of the ending is a lot better and makes it a bit better. And someone said it made the story go from a 4 out of 10 to a 7 out of 10. So that's a plus. So it does seem to be a big improvement, but I still don't think it will ever top the story of Hades 1. The story of Hades 1 is one of my favorite stories of all time. It was just so personal and family driven, and I just love that game a lot.
Would you go so far as to call it a 10 out of 10, or is it only like a 9?
Let's see.
I stay 8 or 9 personally, but I also really enjoyed Hades 1.
I worry that the reactionary dialogue is not as fun on the second playthrough, because I have only played through the game once and have just been playing the game through the game roguelike thing on the original play file rather than starting a new one. So I worry that the dialogue and stuff in Hades 1 isn't as fun the second time around when you already know like the main story beats and stuff like that and the reaction that the characters will have for the boss fights, because that did happen to me a bit during Hades 2, where it was kind of just like not as novel as an idea and not as cool, and it just kind of felt like they were flandering, especially in a situation as dire as the world about to end. When it was a family drop it was a lot more cool that they were just like mentioning comments like, oh, you brought this weapon this time, but in a world ending scenario it just felt very out of place. I don't know. So I'm hoping that it was a Hades 2 thing and not a replayability losing its novelty type thing. But I love the game so far.
I'm
And
happy to hear that.
that's actually where that's part of the reason I came up with the username Wicarus, because I really liked Icarus in Hades 2, and Greek mythology is one of my greatest passions. I love Percy Jackson. I grew up with it in kindergarten. That was my favorite series to read. And I also really like Pokemon, so the Pokemon Litwick is really adorable. And having Icarus and Litwick interact was just really adorable to me with the whole wax wings thing. And Litwick's flame is purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors. My birthday's in October. It's a spooky Halloween ghost candle, and it just kind of fit together. I really like that aesthetic, so that's how I came with the username Wicarus on YouTube. Alright,
Yeah.
let's get
Cool
into
stuff.
this. Episode 6, Terminal. Saturday tries to save her friends. Plural this time. Is Allison going to run into the fire with Aerie?
Yeah.
I wonder which friend she's referring to, because there's only one friend only one real person in the fire right now, because Kotomi is not real.
Still we hear.
Damn it! Where is she? Where did Kotomi go? I ran through a world I could barely see myself, screaming relentlessly in hopes it would yield some kind of result. Kotomi! Kotomi! At that moment, a loud and panicked voice cut through the non-stop embers around me. Kotomi! Hang on! I'm coming! God, hurry up for fuck's sake! One by one, I threw open doors around me. Due to the flames on all sides, the doors often flung off their hitches without any effort at all. This room? No, not in there. Maybe this one. No, not that one either. Kotomi, answer me! This time, however, nothing but crackling answered my desperate shouts. Kotomi, for the love of God, please answer me! Deep down, I knew that running around desperately, just hoping someone will answer my shouting isn't going to solve anything. But... Please! Please! I collapsed to the floor as the burning reality around me creeped into my vision. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. This is it. I'm going to die here. The fire around me is closing in fast. Holy shit. I'm actually about to die? I don't want to. I'm not ready yet. Come on. Why the hell can't I muster up any more energy? But please, someone come save me. Someone come get me out of here. I'm sorry. Stop groveling on the ground and pick yourself up, dumbass. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so wrapped up in all of this. Allison, I'm so sorry. Kotomi, I'm so sorry. I'm I'm so scared. I I'm I'm not ready to die. Please. I shouted that, but I couldn't even hear my own voice. I'm surrounded by flames on all sides. There's nowhere left. There's nothing left. Heat. The intense heat from all angles. I'm not even on fire yet, and already the burning is indescribable. It hurts so much that I can't even scream. Any strength I had gave way. And everything that I was fades away with it. The story remains unfinished.
Alright, so
Well, that's pretty
typically
good.
in a blind playthrough, I would sit here for 30 minutes trying to decipher these puzzles. However, since I have... What?
Because we restarted the game, I don't think bypass is on. Which means you managed to unlock one of the locks normally, which is very impressive. We're going to the settings. You can also change your keys back if you'd like, so that you get L and semicolon. You disabled it.
Is it a
You're
system?
looking for unlock conditions?
Oh, there it is. Bypass. Okay.
Yeah, let's just look at everything else here. I just want to make sure we have
Disabled.
everything.
Bypass enabled. Disabled puzzle hints.
Yeah, alright. I think we're good now.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Now, since I have played this game multiple times, we are just gonna skip right through this. I don't remember the answer.
Well, then I guess we're not going to skip through it, are we?
You're the worst. I hate you. I'm gonna search through my notes. You
Said
suck.
the thing. Don't you dare. At least show the people the puzzle. Come on.
Fine. This is the first one. You have to do something with shapes and adding and stuff like that. Like for example, X, you have to do minus 3 from X in the cipher thing. So you would get U, I think. Is that the right one? I don't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's how
If
you would solve
it,
this
you
puzzle.
Get uniform.
Yeah, you would get
uniform.
Yep. And then for this one, fractions and stuff. So 44 minus divided by 4 is 11. So you would go to 11 and get Z. And then you would divided by 5 is 1. So you would get E, and etc. etc. And you get 0 plus. I honestly don't remember the add A one. Add A.
You don't?
No, it was.
It results in you getting
0 plus 11, right?
yeah, the final answer is 11. It's literally
Yeah.
just
Uniform
'cause-
11.
yeah, because A is 1. Go back to that puzzle. Wait, go back to the puzzle.
You try.
You're good. So A, you'd use A1Z26,
Mhm.
which would be 1. So on the clock, that's E. And then D would be 4. And then A would be E again. And then I would be,
So
I guess,
ELEVEN
V. And
11.
yeah.
So it would be 0
So
plus 11.
it's uniform 0, 11. Which is not just 11, but uniform 0, 11.
Yeah.
Because why would you solve the first part if you were just doing 11? Which is what they alluded to earlier in the story, where they're like, well, you don't know if there'd be a 0, so maybe that's what the bar represents.
And remember earlier in the stream, for all you blind viewers, I brought up my Discord chat thing. This website, shrinereport.exe. So
I see.
if you go
Very
here,
important.
shrinereport.exe/result, result equals ultimation.html. So you would go
You did
there.
that one on purpose.
I did what on purpose?
You're the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. What did I do on purpose?
I can't tell if you're playing me at this point.
Oh, is it the ultimation.html one?
Yeah, you said .exe, and I
Oh.
said .xyz, and then you said, yeah, okay, and then immediately called it exe again, and I'm like, okay.
No, I was completely... I just completely brushed you
It
off.
would be .com, if anything. It's a file.
There's a great channel that I watch called Creepcast, and they do a bunch of online creepypasta readings, podcast listening, and it's one of my favorites. So I have sonic.exe on the brain, I guess, because that was one of their videos that I watched recently. They were just
stuff by that, I think.
They were just making fun of it the whole time. Yeah, it's Wendigoon and Papa Meat. I love them.
Yeah.
It's recrudescent, I believe.
Yeah. Do you know how to spell it?
Yeah, I have it written down.
Good man. Play this game with a notepad.
Yeah, please play this game with a notepad. It is so helpful. The first thing I would do is write down the alphabet and then write down 1 through 26 right beneath those letters. That helps immensely with certain ciphers in the game in the future. Please do that.
And you never did it.
I had the alphabet written down from the beginning, but I never did the 1 through 26 because I didn't realize how much A1Z26 was in the game. So I think like halfway through chapter 5, I ended up doing the 1 through 26 at the bottom of the alphabet I already wrote.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So you go to that website, you see Recrudescence, and now we get to play our first boss song.
Yeah.
This will be the ultimate test of seeing how far you've come.
Yeah. We didn't change its settings. We did not change the settings.
No, we did.
We didn't change the L semicolon thing.
Oh, but we did turn on assist mode so that you don't have a boss health bar.
Yeah.
That was the important thing.
Thankfully. Yeah, as you can see, I am not good at this game. I need it.
Yeah, this is a 9. This is a massive
difficulty spike.
Difficulty jump. Yeah, spike. That's the word. When I first played through this game, I was stuck on this one for, I want to say, almost a week.
Jeez, I would not have. I do not have that kind of determination or conviction, especially for a story at this point. I probably would have just given up if the accessibility was not an option, because I am not attached to this characters at this point in the story to grind this for a week. Maybe later on, but not at this point in the story.
Yeah, but you also don't enjoy difficult games like I do.
Yeah, that's very true as well.
Even I have my limits.
Yeah, my favorite genres are like visual novels and JRPGs and stuff like that. I'm not really too big on Dark Souls or difficult games in general that involve quick reflexes. I'm much like turn-based and stuff like that, or top-down indie games like Hades, which Hades I struggled with, but Hades made losing fun, so that's why I enjoyed Hades so much. It wasn't like a grind, it just felt like you get more dialogue when you lose, so that's the main reason I stuck with Hades for as long as I did, and why it's one of my favorite games of all time. That's such a cool idea to me. But when it's something like a boss fight or a boss or a rhythm game, I just have no passion or determination to keep trying and banging my head against the wall because I just don't have the quick reflexes to do it. Yeah.
I was having fun with, I think, every challenge in this game, except for specifically 3. I think this one eventually got really old, but by that time I was actually far enough that I was determined to see it through.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's 2 other boss songs, one in like the early mid-game-ish that I was stuck on for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then one that's near the end game that I was stuck on for several days.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about, and I can see why.
Yeah. I mean, this song is also just really good. So
It
I
is
was okay with hearing
fantastic.
it a couple thousand times.
I do not blame you there.
it-
This song is one of my favorites in the soundtrack.
I even ended up full clearing this song eventually. So
Nice.
it's one of the few boss songs I have full cleared. And speaking of improvements, that's what, almost a B?
Maybe. Probably.
Yeah, because I think 8500 is a B.
Interesting. I think I
So,
typically
you
get
did
a
not-
D on that.
Yeah, definitely. But that is the first boss song complete. And if you are also bad at rhythm games and just want the story, you also have accessibility options for
Yes.
this very purpose.
Yes. Celeste is also one of my favorite games because of the accessibility options. It's just so much fun. I never used all of them, obviously, because that's just kind of cheating the game. But there are like one or two that I would add, and it's made the game so much more fun for me. I think the main one I used was the pause in midair when you press the dash button to angle where you're going to dash to specifically. That was one of my favorite things in that game. And with that, I was able to beat Celeste because I could never aim the analog stick in the direction I wanted to fast enough. I was always misaiming, and it was difficult for me. So that's one of my favorite accessibility options in that game. And normally,
Playing on joysticks is miserable for Celeste for that very reason.
yeah, I can see
This is why I
why.
play keyboard.
Yeah, I played Celeste on the Switch. Normally, when you play this game, you would do this, go straight into this, and then immediately after the song, you would be thrusted into this one. You would not go back to the node menu. But since we backed out to do stuff to fix some settings, it took us back to the node menu. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Despite the circumstances, everything feels cold. I feel like I'm falling endlessly through a space my brain could never begin to comprehend. And when I open my eyes, I can see something beautiful, something that transcends what we can process with our human minds. An aurora of ideas, all intermingling with each other. Ideas of happiness, ideas of excitement, ideas of sorrow, and ideas of anger. In this space, there are no bodies. Or minds to interpret these ideas. The stream just completely froze there, I don't know why. Only the space and the ideas themselves. And yet, just as I plunge further through this unknowable space, reality returns. Everything's hot again. I feel my senses return to me. For my body and mind reconnect, as if to punish me for daring hope I could escape the suffering I would be due for within seconds. But reality pursues you until your very end. Right, I'm burning to death. And yet, as the inferno closes in around me, a figure comes into view, familiar, yet forever alien to me. Humanity. I'm not able to muster up many words before I start coughing violently again. Kodame looked at me as if to say, "Don't try to speak," without actually saying it herself. She extended her hand, and I understood immediately. I helped her pick up Eri, and together we staggered towards the exit.
But my hand phased through her hand when she reached out, and I just collapsed. Gone.
Yeah, that would mean Eri is just floating. So.
Please, just let us make it. Please, just let us. Please. The door is mere feet away. We stagger slowly with Eri in our arms, but every slow step feels like an entire eternity. Inch by inch, the outside world comes closer, and closer, and... My senses shut off, and I feel myself falling. I hit the ground and recognize one thing before my consciousness finally cuts out entirely.
Saturday! Saturday!
The rough, jagged feel of the concrete pavement of a precinct parking lot. When I'm finally able to open my eyes again, I see a tiled ceiling. The Tanegashima General Hospitals, in fact.
Oh,
A nurse entered the room, seemingly noticing that I'm awake. I tried to sit up, but found that I'm still unable to move.
please don't try to strain yourself by getting up or speaking. Just stay lying down.
I tried to say something regardless, but my voice escaped me. So, it's not like I could disobey, even if I wanted to. Instead, I looked at the nurse almost pleadingly, hoping I could convey a message in a nonverbal way.
Okay, I understand. You want to know what happened to your friends, right?
I tried to nod, but I'm unable to do that either. So, I blinked instead to try to imitate it. The nurse looked a bit confused, but I think she understood.
Bodimi and Ari both passed out around the same time you did, according to your friend Allison. You three were all rushed over here by the other detectives that were present at this building when the building caught fire. They had to perform CPR on each of you first, but once your breathing was steady, we were brought here immediately.
My eyes relaxed at the knowledge that Kotomi and Eri were also resting here.
They inhaled quite a bit more smoke than you did, so they're still unconscious. But they'll be okay.
I let out a deep breath in relief.
The good news is, none of the three of you inhaled enough smoke that treatment goes any further than the oxygen we supplied you with while unconscious. Your body will still need some time to recover from being strained, however, so you likely won't be able to move too heavily for a bit still. And even when you are able to move, it's probably best to still not to. Just so that you're not operating on bare minimum body energy. We don't have many nurses on call right now, so I have to go check on the other patients, but please try and get some more rest. I'll be back, okay?
Not like there's much of a way for me to respond. The nurse walked out the door and closed it behind her, leaving just me and my thoughts alone in this tiny hospital room. I should really try and learn what happened inside the building when it caught fire, and why Eri was the only one trapped inside. And also inform Allison that I'm safe. She's probably worried sick. And also figure out what the next plan of action is for finding Suki. And... I was unable to finish my thought before I realized what the weird feeling in my eyes was. I'm crying.
A perusal on yesterday. Saturday contemplates the incident at the museum.
It's nearly midnight, and I've been given permission from the nurse to walk across the hall to Kotomi and Eri's room. I went to go knock on the door, but it was already slightly ajar, so I peeked my head in. Can I come in?
Oh, you're their friend from across the hall, yes? Come in, but please don't strain yourself.
Of course. Thanks. The nurse left the room, and I walked in and sat down. Are you two doing okay?
Yeah, mostly. Eri took the worst of it in, so it took her a lot longer to regain consciousness. The nurse has requested her not to speak much, so as not to strain her lungs at all.
Eri nodded.
I can say very short sentences, though.
I wouldn't describe that as very short, but it's short enough.
Kotomi looked over at me.
What about you, Sat? Are you all good?
Aside from the fact that my body is still in an evidently weakened state, yeah, I'm fine. I didn't mention my emotional meltdown after the nurse left the room.
Thank goodness. It seems like we'll all be okay soon enough. It might just take Eri a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'm really glad everyone's going to be alright. Even if this entire situation is just so unfortunate. Also, not a short sentence.
Now that I look at them, I could definitely see a resemblance of sorts. I've known for a while that Kotomi dyed her hair a long time ago, but never really asked her about her original hair color.
The resemblance is uncanny.
It is. They both have the same very long eyes. Very floofy hair.
But I guess it would probably be brown, or At least closer to Aries' natural hair color than otherwise.
Would that make Saturday the long-lost sister?
No, definitely not. Everyone has fluffy hair, I guess. I should have specified.
Kotomi, how come you never told me you two were sisters?
You never asked.
What? I mean, okay, true. But in the half a decade I've known you, you never thought to mention it at all?
I would have if you asked.
I guess that's fair enough. We sat in silence for a while longer, probably close to 10 or 15 minutes, until Aries spoke up weakly.
Now that both of you are here. I got really worried that I pressed enter and I screeched, and then I realized that was intentional, so I turned to screech into a cough.
I noticed. The biggest complaint about this game is there is no log.
Yeah, my goodness. It's
Actually,
not the
no,
only...
that's not our biggest complaint anymore.
That's
But that's our
definitely
second
not.
biggest complaint.
Hey, don't strain yourself, please. Take your time.
Aries takes a few deep breaths in and out, and waits a minute before continuing.
What happened that led me to being stuck in there?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about beforehand, or what I was mentioning earlier. This scene.
I understand, but how? You can barely speak, and I don't think I need to be the one to tell you that it's not a good idea to talk about all that while in this state. Harry takes out her phone and points to it.
Give me your network ID. I'll add you to the group chat with Kotomi.
Okay, if you say so. My ID is just Saturn L orbit. No spaces, no capital letters.
Saturnal? Saturnal? Interesting.
I guess it's if you were orbiting Saturn, you would be
Yeah.
in Saturnal orbit.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of the pronunciation. I haven't seen
guess.
that word before.
Eternal
so-
orbit. Harry takes a minute, and then I get a friend request and accept it.
Confirm both of you can see this. Please look up at me and nod.
Dream's freezing, hold on.
Alright.
Discord does this.
Kotomi and I did as Ari requested.
Alright. And both of you can reply, right?
Yeah.
I can, yeah. Why is it RSK?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I know there's a reason, but I don't remember what it is offhand.
Interesting. I never really looked at the usernames. I can, yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to mention it the first time we played, but you never did. It
Around
would have fit into your theories.
It would have. Around 4:45 p.m., the rest of the posted investigators left their shifts to return to the precinct. I decided to stay behind and keep looking around, however.
How come?
I was certain I was missing something. Something about Suki's office seemed different from the last time I was there, earlier that very same day. So I kept looking. Eventually, I did manage to figure out what seemed off to me. All the little figurine statues she keeps up on the shelf on the left wall were all crowded together in one specific spot on the shelf.
Aren't they usually, though? She has a lot of them, and that shelf usually isn't the biggest. Or isn't exactly the biggest.
Well, yes, but they were arranged in a more crowded space than usual. It's almost unnerving how they were arranged in such a way that they would cover up something, but not be moved enough that it was easy to notice them being closer than usual. So, were they covering up something? Yeah. I moved them aside and found a small wooden box. I tried to open it up and it wouldn't budge. There was a little crank on the side, though.
Uh-oh. I think I can tell where this is going.
You'd think so, right? But I looked all across it and there was no wire connecting it to anything.
I scanned it with an emission sensor too, and there was no signal or emission coming out of it or into it.
Wait, hold on. Emission scanner?
I forgot this thing existed.
Yep.
Oh, right. It's an experimental tech being tested by investigators across the world. It allows us to check objects for signals of all kinds, like internet connections, that kind of stuff. And it will never be brought up ever again.
To be fair, I can't think of a single point in the entire story it would have been relevant.
Ah, I see. Go on.
They could check behind doors and stuff like that for life forms. I don't know.
Life forms.
I don't know how exactly it works. It's a fake device, and I was thinking like maybe check a door to make sure there's no one on the other side or something. That I don't know.
Fair enough.
So I twisted the crank on the side of the box and the box opened. There was barely any room to even store anything inside, but there was a tiny little speaker. Wait, hold on. I thought you just said your emission scanner didn't pick up literally anything. It didn't. It could have been faulty or acting up, but for some reason or another, it didn't pick up the speaker inside.
What happened next?
So, the speaker turned on and started playing a little music box melody. I managed to get out my phone in time to record the last little bit of the melody. Let me upload it.
Harry uploaded the file to the group chat. Sure enough, it was a bizarre little music box melody.
After that is where things get really bizarre. Once the melody ends, I hear sudden footsteps and a door lock behind me. So I spin around really fast, and the door is still just as open as it was when I entered. And there isn't anyone there. I went out of the hall and look around, but nothing has changed. Nothing of the doors in the hall had been opened or closed by any more since I was there last either. So I went back to Suki's room. When I got back, I noticed an image on Suki's monitor that wasn't even there when I left the room to check the hall.
What was the image?
From what I can recall, it was this rocking horse. It looked like a tiny toy rocking horse. It was really distorted and hard to make out. Did you take a picture of it? I tried to. I went to pull out my phone again, and that's when it happened.
The explosion?
Yes. But before that, I heard another door slamming shut, and I jolted from what I was when looking down at the monitor, and this time, the door to Suki's office was closed. I got up to run towards the door, and that's when the explosion went off. And the force blasted the door and knocked me back to the floor with it. After that, I barely remember anything. You were barely conscious when I came into the room and found you. I wouldn't be surprised if you were already unable to make sense of or remember your surroundings at that point.
After Ari was done explaining, the three of us tried to think of possible explanations for what happened. But the reality of the matter is, there weren't nearly enough clues to go off of in order to figure out any kind of meaningful conjecture. After a while, though, Ari jolted up a little bit.
I just remembered something that I'm not sure how I forgot. What is it? Kodami, can you check the pockets of my jacket? I can't exactly move my arm super well currently. Sure.
Kodami got up from her bed and ran her hand through Ari's jacket. Eventually, she seemed surprised and pulled something small out. Wait, is that?
Yes, it's the wooden box with the speaker in it. I completely forgot that I had put it in my pocket when I went to go check the hallway.
Kodami handed me the wooden box and went to lie back down on her bed. I took a good look at the box. It was even smaller than I thought it was from Ari's description, being small enough that I could hold it flat in my palm. Just like Ari said, there was no way to open it other than the small metal crank on the side, and I wasn't about to take that risk. I was about to hand it back to Kodami when I noticed something about the bottom. Hang on. Is the bottom of this box, like, indented?
What do you mean?
Like, I can run my finger along it, and it kind of dips down at certain points. It's really hard to see because the indentation is extremely small. Hang on a minute. Ari, do you have a pen anywhere in your coat?
I should. Feel free to check my pockets.
I felt free to check her pockets. I got up from my seat and walked over to Ari's bed and searched her pockets. There was indeed a small pen in one of them. Okay, perfect. This'll work. Let me see. I put the box top down on the desk between the two hospital beds and ran the tip of the pen through the small indented parts of the bottom face of the box. By the time I was done, there were clear letters written out.
What does that say? Second shrine.png? .exe?
No, I think you were right the first time.
Oh, okay, my bad. Is that some kind of file name then? I don't think I need to explain what a exe image is, what a PNG image is.
What is this Nichibotsu brain rot that's going on right now? Yeah, but I'm not sure what its usage is. We can't really get anything from just a file name, can we? The room went silent again. I sat back down in the chair, and eventually the nurse came in.
Hey, you three. Sorry, Saturday, but I need to run an oxygen test on these two. Just to make sure that everything's okay. Is it alright if I ask you to go to your own room? Hello, nurse.
Stop. Cease, in fact.
Stop! Cease, in fact. Yeah, not at all. Sorry, give me a sec. I stood up slowly and walked toward the door.
We'll have time to figure out that weird file name thing once we're all healed up and better. Okay, Sat?
Yeah, rest well, you two. I closed the door behind me and walked back to my own room across the hall. Laying back down in my bed, I realized I should probably talk to Allison, so I took out my phone to message her. Hey, Allie.
Saturday! You're okay.
Well, now, hardly. I can barely get up and walk. I'll be okay, though. I'm resting.
Please don't put any stress on your body right now. I'm just glad you're okay. Don't put yourself back under stress.
Yeah. Thank you, though. Genuinely. Where are you at right now? Wondering if you can pop over to the hospital to talk for a bit.
I'm at home, but I can come out there. I'll just be in a bit. Takes a while to get from one side of the island to the other.
That's fine. Not going anywhere, lol.
Okay. I'll let you know when I'm coming over.
Okay.
Okay, the geography of this island is pissing me off, and I'm not realizing this until my fourth playthrough of this chapter. So Allison's house is right next to the geology museum, and the only hospital is on the other side of the island from both of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, normally there
ridiculous.
aren't any geology accidents needed for a hospital to be rushed to. It seems to be a small enough. It seems to be a small enough island that there only needs to be one hospital. I don't know how
Right,
big
but
the island is.
if there's only one hospital, put it in the middle.
Nah, that's where the school goes, or the mayor's office, or something
Put the
more
hospital
important.
near the school.
No, the hospital doesn't need school. The school doesn't need hospital. The hospital doesn't need school either, I guess. What
Do
kind
not
of
put us in charge of
emergency?
zoning ordinance. I'm not sure how well she's going to take the decision I'm about to make, but I know it's what I need to do. Man.
Alright, I'm not sure when it happened. It's been a while since I played this, but I just want to remind you, autoplay does exist at certain points in this chapter, so just be prepared.
I think I know exactly where it starts.
Alright, good. A perusal on tomorrow. Saturday makes a decision about her future.
Yeah, autoplay is actually probably our second biggest anime.
Third.
I feel like the thing that we just said was our second. maybe our third. I don't know.
I don't know if I hate autoplay or the lack of a log more. I think the lack of a
I
log
think
adds
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think autoplay. Well, no, because if it's
autoplay.
autoplay, then you wouldn't be able to access the log anyway.
I think autoplay would be fine if there was a log to access, so that you can access the log. So I think I hate the log a bit more than autoplay. So I'm placing the whole glitch thing that happened at number 1, number 2, the lack of a log, number 3, autoplay of the
That's fair.
text.
All right, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick, and then we'll finish this off.
All right. This is the final episode of Chapter 1, so I hope you guys are ready. I'm going to get some water as well. All right, I'm back. So, how you guys doing? All 0 people in the stream. Good, good. I'm glad to hear that. I am talking to myself. So, that's where my headspace is at right now. I hope any future watchers enjoy this. I had a really fun time with this game. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where the future of the channel goes. I'm not looking to get famous or anything. I kind of just made this channel to be like an archive of all the games I've played, and yeah, I'm just excited to be here. You're the worst. I hate your guts.
Oh, Saturday. You scared me. I had no idea you were there.
It's called method acting. Well, yeah, that's why I said, hey! Now you know I'm here.
That's true. Anyway, why are you here? It's past 9 o'clock.
Well, you know how you're going with your parents to Tanegashima in a few months?
Of course. I mean, I'm moving to an island. I hope I would remember that.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's a small but definitely possible chance that Suki is going to be moving out there for work next year. So,
Yeah.
come on, don't get it? I might move out with her to Tanegashima.
What? Wait, for real? Really? That's well, that seems kind of sudden, doesn't it?
How so?
I mean, I hadn't heard anything about this before, and you've known I'm going to be moving down for months, south for months now. How come this is popping up now?
Well, 2 reasons. First off, I didn't introduce the idea to my parents until really recently, and it's still not totally locked in, but I could definitely convince them. And second off, I wanted to surprise you. We'll get to spend our high school years together. Isn't that really great?
I mean, of course it is, but Saturday.
What's up, Allie? You've got this serious look in your eye. You're doing the thing.
It's just I'm not opposed to the idea. I just don't want you to I guess adjust your entire life around me. You shouldn't have to follow me forever.
Is that what you think?
Huh?
Allison, this isn't me making a choice I'm not 100% up for. It's something I feel like I need to do, but it's also something I want to do. If my path and yours end up separating down the line, then that's just life. I've made up my mind. The only thing left to be seen yet is where it leads me. I said those words then, too. I wonder, did I mean them in that same way? I can't help but feel that that's when I started to realize those feelings.
Hello? May I come in?
I opened my eyes. Allison's at the hospital room's entrance. The nurse looked over and smiled.
Oh, of course. She's just resting now.
Allison stepped inside the room, and the nurse stepped out and closed the door. Despite the fact that this is the first time Allison has seen me since the incident at Suki's workplace, both of us just kinda sit in silence for a long time. Eventually, Allison broke the silence.
I'm so sorry.
I looked over, surprised. For what? You haven't done anything wrong.
Maybe if I stopped you from going in, then you wouldn't, then this wouldn't have happened, and
She gestured to the hospital bed and the oxygen monitor beside it. Hey, come on, Allie. Don't let yourself get trapped in that spiral now. It's not even remotely your fault, okay? If anything, I'm the one who should be apologizing. I was too stubborn, and I didn't listen to you when you were clearly just looking out for my safety. And now I've caused you so much worry, and... Allison walked over to the side of the bed and put her hand on mine.
it's okay, Saturday. Promise. I'm sorry, I'm just really glad you're okay now.
You could never tell due to the immense strength Allison has over her own voice. But even without looking at her, I could tell she was crying, at least a little bit. Eventually, she seemed to realize that she was still holding my hand and ran back to the chair on the other side of the room, embarrassingly.
Have you been resting much?
As much as I can, between them checking my O levels and moving about.
That's really good to hear, at least. Please continue to take it easy, even once you get discharged, okay?
Yeah.
Promise?
I looked down, ashamed, knowing that what I was about to tell her was no better than flat out saying, no, I won't do that. Actually, I have something I need to tell you about that.
Yeah?
I could tell that immediately she was worried. Here goes nothing, I guess. I've, decided that once I'm discharged and have taken a few days to rest, I'm going to go to the mainland and try to find my sister myself. There was a short silence. I couldn't bring myself to look over at Allison, so I have no idea the expression she had on her face in that moment.
Uh,
There was another long silence, where neither of us said anything. Suddenly, I felt something brush against my side, and look over to see Allison burying her head in my hand.
why do you need to be like this?
For the first time since I've known her, I could hear her sobbing through her words.
Why do you feel the need to be this hero? Like you need to throw yourself into danger over and over again. I don't understand.
It's not that. It's just...
I know that you're scared for Suki and that you just don't want to show it, and
Allison.
I'm scared, Saturday. I'm so incredibly scared, both for her and you. Because I know you're not being honest about how much this is tearing you up inside. And I don't think you're even being fully honest with yourself.
Allison.
You keep throwing yourself into reckless situations, and I'm so mortified that you're going to get hurt or die, or that I don't know, I'm going to lose you in some way.
Allie.
Yeah? Yes?
I'm not going anywhere. I promise that you're not going to lose me. But this is something that deep down, I feel like I need to do. There's an answer waiting out there for me about all of this. I'm certain. I just need to find it. I understand that you're worried about me, and the fact that I have someone that cares about me that much in my life means so much to me. But I promise you, it's okay. I can look after myself. I looked directly into Allison's eyes. There were tears all over her face.
Okay. I'm coming with you.
I sat up, surprised. You're what?
Listen, I don't like this idea. Nothing will make me like this idea. But the least you can do is let me come along as a second set of cautious eyes.
It's just, I'm not opposed to the idea. I just don't want you to, adjust your entire life around me. You shouldn't have to follow me forever. Allison seemed surprised at what I said, yet there was immense sadness behind her eyes, but I couldn't tell why. And then she stood up.
Saturday? This isn't me making a choice that I'm 100% up for. If you feel like you need to go to mainland, then I feel like I need to come with you. Because, let me get one thing straight. This is not satisfying. This is not a conclusion.
How do you mean? I don't follow.
If you want to play the protagonist, then you're gonna have to prove you can be. And that means accepting when things are out of your depth. So I'll ask you, do you really think that following this clue you found is what the universe is telling you to do?
Was I really making the right choice? Or was Allison right? Maybe I was getting too far beyond what I could handle. Maybe it would be better if I took a step back and let the professionals handle it. And yet, I am certain. I still answer the way I did.
Then you need to understand that to do this purely alone is a suicide mission. You need to be able to rely on others, to open up about how you're really feeling, or before long, you will find yourself burned up again with nowhere left to run. Harsh? Maybe, but that's how life is.
The Allison I saw before me was like nothing I'd ever seen from her before. And yet, I could tell that this was truly her, and that all of this was purely from a place of genuine caring. I smiled. Then it's settled. We travel together. Allison forced a smile. I could tell that she was still worried. And to tell the truth, I was still worried too. Horrified even, of what I might be getting myself into. But it felt like the path I'd chosen was the right one. Allison left the room smiling, but I still saw incredible sadness behind her grin. The reason for this still eluded me, and if I'd noticed it back then, this story may have turned out very differently. In a room across the hall, a detective and her sister rest and recover from a horrific brush with death. In the hall itself, a confused and conflicted young woman finds herself at a crossroads on how to feel. And far, far away, across the sea, and below the grounds of a certain shrine. Autoplay started.
Yep.
Alright, let's see if I can pull this off.
Good luck.
A figure fades into view. A young adult woman appears in the atrium. To some, she may be known as Suki. In the center of the large open space sits a massive machine, rumbling and chugging along to a seeming never end. The woman approaches it. Another, taller woman steps out from behind the wall of the atrium. I figured I'd find you here. What do you want? You're the last person I want to see right now. Just enjoying the fruits of my efforts. They made it out of the museum alive. It's past Lock P. Don't give me that shit. I'm tired of you playing hero with danger you created. And what, may I ask, do you plan to do? I plan to divert to Lock 2, right here, right now, by striking you down where you stand. Chapter 1. Missing Link. End.
All
And
right.
with that,
And that's the end of my Vivid Stasis journey. But this
and
is
the beginning of
hopefully
everyone else's.
the beginning of your guys's, yeah. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Thank you for joining me, and yeah, thank you guys. Bye.
All right, we'll see you all around.